The hardest location to secure would be the fast food outlet at the bottom of the hill with the truck breaking away. And there's a lot of different elements there with the steepness of the hill and the rest of it, and finding the perfect place at the bottom of the hill. So that is really what I thought would end up consuming most of our time and effort. We ended up finding a building that had enough space beside it and enough of a frontage on it that the art department could do both sides of it, give us the appearance exactly of what we wanted for the drive-through, and then we started to work on it.
We are turning this into the drive-through of a as yet to be named restaurant. There will be an order window. The door will be the pickup window. This will be paved.
Jim was not a believer. I walked him through it. He looked at me like I was out of my mind. And we did it, we designed it, we showed him all the renderings, we walked him through it again. He still wasn't sure until a day he actually walked on set, and then he realized that it worked.
There's this news report, I remember when I was younger, where these guys were sort of robbing people at drive-thrus when they were in the middle car. You know, like, there's a car in front of you, you're the next car, and there's a car behind you, and you can't go anywhere. You can't drive away or anything. These guys come up at gunpoint, rob you. I always thought it was so scary because you're stuck. And I said, that's the place where you should put a death because you're just stuck in a drive-thru.
They're not coming back out of there again, are they?
No, unless they go through the windshield. That's great, excellent. Cool. On to the next.
Well, what we have in here is a little bit of banana mashed up. We've got some special effects blood. We've got some white silicone that's been diced up through a meat grinder to make it look like bone chips. And so that when it sticks to you, you've got gray matter and bone hanging off you. You know, everyday stuff.
See, everybody at home, all you see is the pictures and the red carpet and the, you know, bling bling and all that. Look at this is how it is right here. It's wet, dirty, blood on the fucking on the pavement. So this is how we live our lives, really. 12 hours a day. Craft service. Craft service is good though. But then you got to worry about getting fat. So then when you get home on your 9-hour turnaround, you got to run. So you only actually sleep 6. It's just it's a beautiful thing, man. You gotta love it, right?
Who are you talking to?
Just pondering how much I love my job.
Action!
You have it in your ear.
I know, like all in there. I felt it. It was like really big, wet woolly.
It's just gross, man. I feel weird.
No!
I was down in Los Angeles, and I was very poor at the time, and I didn't have the bus fare to get to the audition. It was pouring rain, and my pants were soaked all the way through, and about an hour through the walk, I called up my mom, and she was like, oh, don't worry about it, the sun will come out. And then sure enough, like 15, 20 minutes later, the clouds broke and the sun came out, and my pants dried up. And then I went in and did the audition, changed some of the dialogue, and added Ness to Frankie's last name.
You know, that ladder deal that Wobbles took it. I like this. It's old school. And Scotty Cheeks is old school, ladies.
Sometimes I feel like I nail auditions, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna book a part. So I felt I was very funny, but New Line didn't want me. I got a phone call from my agent who said that New Line Cinema says that you have a receding hairline and you can't play high school kids. And I've always had a high hairline, but no one's ever called it receding before, and it scared the shit out of me. And I remember just going straight to the liquor store, and I drank until Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, I went into my agent's office, and I was like, I know I got a receding hairline. I'm going home, and I don't care.
New Line thought that Sam looked too old, and we just kept pushing, and they said, no, he's too old, and they kept pushing, and then...
I was headlining the comedy club here, and Jim's assistant, Anna, came out to videotape me.
You know, I don't like wearing my Montreal Expos jersey anymore, because now that the team's gone and I have a shaved head, I look like a sick kid with one last wish. I want to see the Expos play.
So then my agent in LA went to New Line Cinema, and Richard Brennan, who is executive producer, was watching my tape.
The story I'm told as well, Richard Brenner was watching it. These two agents came by. He said, hey, come here, tell me, how old is that kid?
And he didn't know that that was my agent there. And he went, so what do you girls think? Do you girls think that this kid could play high school? And my agent said, yes, he can play high school. Jesus, book him in this film.
Let it all come together at the same spot. Come on forward.
It all seems too good to be true, to get to come home and shoot a film. I've been touring around North America for a long time without a home. So I was able, with the cash from this movie, to get my first fixed address in 3 years and 11 months.
That's good. That actually is okay. Is it okay? Sure.
Here's what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna shoot a clean plate, right? We're gonna roll on that for 5 seconds. Then we're gonna pop the engine forward, roll on that for 5 seconds. Sam is gonna go through his motions as if he gets hit, and his head whiplashes back. After we get a take that Jim likes, we're gonna pull Sam out, we're gonna make sure everything's dressed, and then we're gonna put green screen all around.
And it all happened so fast, it was like losing my virginity.
Put in the head on the stick, which we lovingly call a splooge head, and then run the engine through and just cut the top of his head off. Just a typical day on a Jim Wong set.
One of the big challenges is all that hair work. The man hours are insane. It's basically a gun barrel, essentially. We put a little charge in there, this little squib hit, and that sends it flying off.
I didn't realize how ugly my head looks until it was very close to me. Take care of my little angel! God damn, I'm ugly.
Well, we're taking the aftermath of Sam's head here and doing a little bit of redressing on it. Just going to fix up the scalp here and attach it back to a piece of skull plate. It should give us what we need.
Brain matter. It's just gelatin. It's actually edible. A bit of blood. Separate it up a bit.
Okay, so that's the long and short of it. Stay well back, and you'll be at the top of this skull flying and a lot of blood. So stay well back by Video Village.
Yeah, that's not rain protection.
Visual 79, take 7.
Oh, my. Oh, yes.